Hi guys, Mark here. Welcome to another one of my videos. In this one, we're going to be making a continuous loop paracord lanyard. Besides the rather unique look, this lanyard/key fob has an added advantage of having two attachment points. You can fill them out with key rings, a carabiner, perhaps a snap hook, anything that you would like to use. When it comes to supplies, you're going to need 3 pieces of Paracord 550. Each, in my case, is 5 feet long. This is just enough for this project. For the 2 seizings, you can use either microcord or thick thread. A couple of rope thimbles are optional but recommended. Some hardware is going to be useful: snap hooks, carabiners, key rings, whatever you want to use. If you're going to be using microcord, you will want to use a small lacing needle to make your job a bit easier. If you're going to be using thread, get a stitching needle instead. I highly recommend harness needles since they are not too sharp. Lastly, scissors and a lighter. To start off, we're going to twist our 3 strands into a single piece of rope. I'm going to show you 2 ways of doing this, first by hand, then using tools. So, first we clamp the ends of our cords together. Secure the clamp by taping it down. Now we can do our twisting. Our twisting is done like this. We always work with the left strand. Twist it away from you, pass it over the other 2 strands. Again, the left strand, twist it away from you, pass it over the other 2. And again, the left strand, twist it, pass it over the other 2. Do this as tightly as you can. So always the left strand, twisting away from you, passing over the other 2. The tighter that you make your rope, the better your lanyard is going to look. Doing this for 5 feet takes a bit of time. To twist your cords using a tool, we're going to use a hook screw inserted into the chuck of a hand drill. This way, we can control the twisting to a high degree. To set up for twisting, tie your 3 strands onto a hook or perhaps a nail. Use a couple of hitches. On the other side, we attach our strands, one to each S-hook. Again, using a couple of hitches. To start our twisting, we're going to twist each strand clockwise a set number of turns. In my case, 10. So the first strand, then the second one, exactly the same way. Clockwise, in my case 10 times. And the final strand, clockwise 10 times. We continue by taking all 3 strands at the same time, twisting counterclockwise to get a tight piece of rope. We continue by releasing the tension off of our rope. So remove the 3 hooks and your rope is going to straighten itself out. Finally, tape up the 2 ends of your rope. Next, we are going to place our rope into boiling water. This is going to stiffen up our rope as well as make the strands in our rope remember their shape. After the cord dries, it's going to feel much stiffer. Now, I'm going to undo the ends, then unravel my cord. So this is what we wanted. A twist in our cord so the cord remembers its shape. We now form a continuous loop using one of our strands. First off, find the middle point in your strand. So here, then move up a bit, cross your 2 ends like this, start wrapping around using the top right end. Do it tightly. Because of the twist in your strand, everything should line up correctly. When your 2 ends meet up like this, turn your project around, start with the other end. Again wrapping around, reaching every 3rd position. So 1, 2, 3. Again, 1, 2, 3. When your two ends meet up here, cut them off and meld them together. So we now have a continuous loop. We're going to add in a couple of eyes. Use a rope thimble to reinforce your eye. Place the melted part right next to the eye. This way we can hide it out of sight. Take a piece of microcord or perhaps thread. Tie it on using either a constrictor knot or a clove hitch. Continue your tying by doing a series of wraparounds. When you have the size of the seizing that you would like, come up in between the two parts of the loop. Tighten up firmly. Travel across your wrapping turns, down through the eye, up here on the right, tightening up. Travel below your first pass here. So below like this. Again down through the eye. Up on the right of our seizing. Tighten up. Now for the final step. Pass under this bottom pass. Over our two passes. Then under this top pass. Tighten up like this. So this is our seizing. You can repeat the same thing on the other side if you so choose. So you travel onto the other side, again, under the bottom part, over the two parts, under the top one, tighten up. So this is our seizing. Trim the two ends, melt them into place. After creating two eyes using two seizings, all there's left to do is to add in some hardware. After that, our project is complete. Thank you very much for joining me today. Consider supporting the site on Patreon, and I'll see you next time.